Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons, everyone. Today we start a new journey, a new beginning. But before we begin, let us meet a few of our characters and a little bit of their backstory. Let us begin with one Aerithia Solvalis, an Aasimar, originally from the city of Avalor. Through different trials and tribulations, she has been led and sent to the Sky Split Peaks in order to study magic at the Wizard's College. Aerithia, you begin your journey by being sent away from the home that you knew as a child. Being part of a branch family to the Napurustans, you've always been exercised from family affairs, always making sure that the main family is well treated. You, however, were sent away to the Wizard's College, alone and scared, to a freezing tundra, to a frozen mountain. You see yourself in front of a giant hall when you see what appears to be an elderly man approach you. Why, hello there, child. Who might you be?
Oh, greetings. I'm Aretha Solvalis. Who perhaps are you?
My name is Vilneus. I am the headmaster of this school. Tell me, child, what is magic to you?
Well, magic is everything to me. It defines who we are, especially in where I'm from. It gives you the status, very specific status in society. And I need to get better at it.
I see. So you wish to learn magic simply for status, wealth, and prosperity?
More to not be of disappointment for my family.
Young child, you are a mage. To be a disappointment to your family as a mage seems to be some pretty high standards indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me, have you ever experienced any magical outbursts, not being able to control the strength of your powers? Any...
Yes, throughout my whole life.
Oh, I see.
I've tried all my will to not have those outbursts and be better at controlling them. But it's not within me yet, and that's why I'm here.
Hmm. Much wisdom I see behind your young eyes. And yet, still so naive to the world ahead. We shall do what we can here at this school in order to help you control those outbursts of magic, to teach you how to control and manipulate the weave, and how to better understand everything around you. But I will ask you this, child. Are you ready to lose magic in your eyes? For you see the truth about, for you see the truth of magic is that once you know how everything works, nothing is magical anymore. Nothing is mystical anymore. You understand how everything functions. There is no lucky breaks. There is no lucky outbursts of magic. From this day forward, you will know why things happen. There is no probability, there is no more luck. Magic will be what you make it, or what others make it around you. Are you ready for that?
Yes, very much so.
And so you do. You spend a few years in the Wizard's College, learning and honing your craft, understanding more and more about wizardry, and, the magic of the strength of the weave, how everything functions, and how magic moves, how it's not controlled by you, but more guided and directed, in order for you to do it to do what you desire it to do. And over time, you see a fondness in Vilneus towards you. Vilneus treats you like a daughter. Over time, he takes you in as his apprentice. He teaches you everything that you know so far about magic, everything that he can show at least. Until one day, you are walking the halls of the school with Vilneus. And Vilneus asks you a few interesting questions that he's never asked before. Tell me, Aretha, do you love magic?
Define love.
Does it still have wonder within your eyes? Do you still enjoy magic?
Yes, I feel like ever since I've been here, I've been able to enjoy magic.
I see. What if I told you there's more? You've learned in your books how magic is supposed to function. You've learned in your books the different tiers of magic and what they hold. What if I told you that there is more beyond that? Further reaches to the weave. A further manipulation of it, in order to do things that you thought impossible before.
What
As
more could there be?
he starts to wave his hand, you start to see 3 different spells being activated at the same time. Something you know based on your studies is impossible. Something you've never seen anybody else do before.
But how could this be? It's not in any book I've read.
There is so much more to magic than what is written. So much that we yet do not understand, and so much more that we yet must discover.
Professor, but isn't it just dangerous?
Danger comes with a cost, yes. But it can also lead to great accomplishments. From the beginning, there is the weakest level of magic, which is cantrips, simple parlor tricks, all the way up to AO magic itself. And in between, those in-betweens, is where uncertainties lie. Those in-betweens are where you can manipulate the weave, you can expand your horizons and understand more out there. Child, although you are not a wizard yourself, for magic is within you, a sorceress, I shall give you this, as you see him pinch his fingers together and squeeze down as what appears to be the fabric of space seems to open, and you see what appears to be a book fall into his hands. Foo. Take this, child. This will
Thank you,
be this will be your first grimoire. Inside it, I've written many spells, among other things, that will aid you on your journey. Think of this as a gift from a mentor to a student.
I thought you said that not everything was written in books. Why hand me one? But I am very grateful.
I can only teach you everything that I know. I am late in life. I do not have much longer for this world. But you are still young. And if I am able to pass on all that I know that you will be able to find even further horizons. As you see, he begins walking in silence. Later on, we reach that fateful night. You enter a room. You enter the headmaster's chamber in the college. As you see Vilneus on the ground in a pool of blood. You see a dagger with your family's crest on it. You see Vilneus gasping for air. As he looks at you. As he reaches out to you. As his hand falls to the ground, you see his hand falls on a book. It's almost as if a book appeared from the ground and manifested. What do you do?
Well, I am trying to wake him up. I go like, Professor, no. Professor, stay with me, please. Please, Professor, I haven't finished learning everything yet. And as I try to use my healing powers as best as I can, I see that it's not working. And I turn to the dagger and I see that it's my family's dagger. And I start thinking and spiraling, so I pull it out. And then I turn and then I drop it because I see all the blood. And then I turn to the book because the dagger fell right next to it. And I pick up the book. What do I see?
As you pick up the book, you see that it is similar in embroidery to your grimoire, but it is his grimoire. You hold Vilneus's grimoire. It seems to be a lot heavier than yours. And so the memories continue. You then find yourself towards the northern half of Agartha. You seem to have been searching for answers. You learned that a certain individual from your past has escaped prison and is out and about. You seem to think that they might be the reason that something has happened. And yet, you see more information, more and more information is being drawn to a certain individual. You start to see more and more of the same name pop up here and there. You hear rumors of a certain Orcus. And that is where we're going to leave that off.
No doubt, no doubt.
Good job. Good job, good job. And Darna.
Aquí estoy. That is not her voice.
Yeah, that's okay. Darna. Your sequence is a bit different. Yours is a memory of your, almost like a dream. As you wake up, you seem to see that no one is around you. You're in an empty room. You recognize this to be your old home. What do you do?
I get up, kind of surprised, and then I think, Lyra? Maybe I should go check on Lyra. And I want to walk to Lyra's room.
Okay. As you walk to Lyra's room, you see the room is empty. You see the sun shining through the window. You hear birds chirping outside. It feels to be a little late during the day, almost as if you may have overslept. What do you do?
Okay. Do I have any concept of what's happened before, or do I feel like
You get the sense that there's something that you know, but those suppressed memories begin to fade away the longer you're here.
Okay, I see. Okay, I think I have this nagging feeling that I need to find Lyra. So I'm thinking maybe she's just outside playing. So I want to go outside.
As you begin to walk towards the front door, you see Lyra eating a bowl of food in the kitchen table. As you see Lyra gets out of her chair, runs towards you, and gives you a big hug. And she says, "Mom, you're up!"
Oh, hi baby. I'm so sorry. I think I overslept. Did you make yourself food?
Yeah, I had some cereal.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
As
Is
you
Dad already gone?
as you look to the table, you see that she spilled some of the milk and a little bit of the cereal because she wasn't quite strong enough to hold the jug.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Well,
so,
I think you did a great job. And I go over and I start to clean it.
and at that moment, you hear the front door begin to open. As you see your husband, Cyrus, enter the door.
Hi, baby. Uh, what time is it? Aren't you supposed to be at work?
Work was a little slow. It's this new project we're working on. It's a little concerning, but it's it's fine. No worries. As he walks over and he gives you a kiss on the forehead. As he says, "I'm feeling kind of tired. I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Is that okay?"
Have you eaten? Do you want food?
I did have some food at work, but uh, what do you want for dinner?
Do I want for dinner? Um, I'll whip something up really quick. I overslept. I haven't even started, but I'll make you something. I'll think about it.
Sure, no problem. As he starts to walk away to his room, you start to see what appears to be a shadow creeping through the door, almost as if vines or tentacles of shadows are trying to reach out towards your husband and yourself.
Door?
What was that?
From the front door?
From the front door, yes.
Um, okay. Cyrus? Stop.
As the moment you say stop, you see him stop. You see Lyra stop. You see time around you begin to stop.
Am I like
You are
recognizing?
You are able to move. Everything around you seems to have stopped.
Okay. I go over to Cyrus to look at him.
As you go over to Cyrus to look at him, you start to see his eyes are now synced into the back of his skull. His eyes are currently black. As he then all of a sudden jauntily, his neck twists and looks towards you.
Okay.
As he grabs you by the shoulders. Why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you stop me, Andarna?
What are you talking about? What's going on?
He pushes you to the wall. As you look over, you see Lyra on the ground in a pool of blood. You see him hold the knife. Why didn't you stop me that day, Andarna? Why didn't you do better?
I think I start freaking out. I'm looking between him and Lyra, and I tell him, Cyrus, please stop. I don't know what's happening. Please stop. I need to get to Lyra, and I try to wiggle out of his arms.
As you wiggle out of his arms, you go to Lyra. You see Lyra in a pool of blood, pale white. You see her body begin to convulse as her body stands perfectly upright. It's all your fault. And you wake up.
Okay.
You see what appears to be. You wake up in a jolt as you look around you, as you see what appears to be a dagger slammed into the wall that you must have thrown as you woke up.
Not this again. I'm gonna get up, get the dagger out of the wall, and sit down in my bed and just stare at it.
And that is the backstory for Andarna Everstorm.
Short and sweet. Thank you, thank you.
Can I roll my HP?
Yes, you can roll your HP. Roll 2d8s.
2d8s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let me see what you've got for your stuff.
Also, Raymond, cogí el feat, no el feat, lo de mi race que me da +2 and +1.
Yeah, that's fine.
So those went to charisma and constitution.
That's fine.
No, no repartimos eso.
¿Qué?
No habíamos repartido eso la otra vez, que no me acordaba.
No, porque esto es un
There we
race
go.
thing.
Por eso, pero los races te dan como 3,
Yeah.
1, 1, 1 o 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo no lo había hecho.
Yeah, he didn't do it. Alright, your max HP is in. Your max HP is in. Alright, now that that's done,
Raymond?
it's already in your character sheet. Now that that's done, who would like to be next?
Me.
Alright.
Yo creo que esto es the most
We should
HP.
like slowly start changing our names so we do our backstories.
I
Ah,
like that idea.
in Discord.
I like that idea.
Damn.
Arendor.
Yes.
Arendor.
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself what appears to be in the kingdom of Thoramir. Dressed in very nice clothes. As you walk around, you seem to see your father next to you. He's speaking to you as you are walking down through Thoramir. Now remember, son, one must always hold themselves to a higher regard when you are in a position of your status. As a member of one of the royal families of Thoramir, you are meant to hold yourself to a higher position, to a higher standard. Always make sure that what you say is proper, correct, precise, authoritative.
Understood, Father.
Very well. As you continue forward, you find yourself outside of one of the main halls. You see yourself on a balcony. Looking towards the outside, you start to see the guard come in. The elves that roam the forests, out for patrol, you start to see them come back. Every day, you've noticed them come in and out. The freedom that they have, the strength that they hold, the happiness that they have. As you hear your father once more. Son, what are you looking at?
Just admiring the freedom our guards have of just patrolling in the woods, feeling nature itself.
Freedom. Son, they work for us. We are the ones
Yeah.
that have freedom.
Yes, but they're not confined to here, to the castle, to anything. You could just feel the wind, the nature, the essence of Yggdrasil.
I see. Son, you are, once more, one of the members of the royal families. These thoughts of yours, do not give them any time. Do not pay them any attention. Do not disappoint
not?
me.
Why can't I have these thoughts of exploring, going outside?
Because it is not the way we do things.
Understood.
We go to a little further in your history, as you and your father are having a discussion. What do you mean you wish to join the guard? Do you understand how this looks for our family?
I don't care how this looks. I just want to have the same freedom. I do not care what other people might say, think, or react.
No son of mine will be a member of the outer guard. Do I make myself clear?
Then I am no son of yours.
And we move on a little further in your history, as you are no longer within the city of Thoramir, but actually a member of a civilization near Deep Grove. A member of the Free Elves. A group of elves that wander the Deep Grove and protect it from those outside forces or things that are somewhat of an affront to nature. You meet a few people on your journey. You meet, most importantly, your best friends. You have, what are the names again? Griffith and Zarna. So, Griffith is gonna say, he's gonna punch you in the shoulder and say, "Come on, man, you're slow today. What's going on with you?"
Did you have to hit my bad shoulder? Really? Oh. After that fall, this shoulder has not been the same.
Nah, I understand. Nah, I get that. It's fine, man. Stop being a wuss. Hey, just rub a little bit of, just rub a little spores on it. You'll be fine.
I should do that.
So, he puts his arms around your shoulder and says, "Okay, so hear me out. What do you say if we go out into the forest? We find there's this rumor that I heard going around that real deep into the forest, there's this flowers. There's these flowers, these really beautiful flowers. I'm thinking I go in there, I grab a bunch, I give it to Zarna, and then I can finally ask her out.
Okay. But are those the same flowers? The ones that we used when we got all trippy and went to the lake and all that? Or are these actual beautiful flowers?
Look, man, I don't want to talk about the lake. That was embarrassing for me, man. Look, I wasn't feeling like myself. I'm sorry, man. But hey, apparently it's a different flowers, man. It's different flowers.
Okay. Okay, I'll join you.
All right, let's go. I'm getting a small group together. I'm actually inviting Zarna too, so I can just pick the flowers up and just give it to her right then and there. And then once we're there, it's gonna be great.
Okay. I'm digging the idea. Let's do this.
And so you go. And as you go through the forest, you go deeper and deeper. You start to see that the greenery of the forest is starting to turn gray in a way. Almost as something is wrong.
Are you sure this is where the flower is?
I don't know. They told me it was this way.
I feel, I don't know, like ominous feeling or like chill, and it's not even the winter time.
You hear another member of the group say, "Hey, over here." As you both walk over, you see a well with what appears to be almost like a black goop.
I don't remember seeing a well in these parts. What is this?
I don't know. He punches you in the shoulder. 20 copper says you don't touch it.
20 you say? All right. I'm in. I'm gonna put my full arm in it.
As you put your arm in it, your mind leaves this place. As you are now what appears to be in an empty space. As you hear a voice echo all around you. And who are you?
The name's Erendor. Since when does Black Goo have... What are you? What is this?
Erendor. I see. Fascinating. Tell me, Erendor, do you enjoy this world?
Of course. It's beautiful. It's amazing. There's so many incredible things I have yet to see, to explore. It's every scene, every time I go outside, see the views from atop the trees, it's breathtaking.
I see. But what if I told you that there are many imperfections to this world that can be corrected?
Imperfections?
Correct. This world of yours is inherently flawed, and it must be corrected.
That doesn't make sense. Like, flaws makes everything unique. What do you mean? Nothing is perfect.
But it can be. And so it will be. At that moment, you feel a tug as you feel your friends pull you out from the black goo. And as you look down at your hand being taken away, you see what appears to be a small gem permeate from the black goo. As it grows larger and larger and larger as it goes towards you, you start to see it's a spike. And it's trying to go straight through you. As a friend of yours pushes you back and tosses you aside, you see what appears to be a monstrous creature in front of you. Creature emanating from outside of this well. This creature looks towards all around you and gives a shriek like you've never heard before. Something unnatural. As it begins to look around. You all ready yourselves. And at that moment, your vision blurs. As your vision is regained, you look around you to see what is going on, and you realize. You begin to gag. You hold your mouth as you look down towards you, as you see a pool of red all around you. Your friends dead at your feet. Your arms covered in blood, holding a blade in one hand and your bow in the other. You see the creature standing in front of you, staring at you, as it turns and leaves, leaving you there. And that is the backstory for Arendor.
Yeah.
God damn.
Have the murder party over here.
Alright, Venom.
I believe we have time for one more.
Got it.
Okay. Good old Seth.
Pero there's a time limit. No entiendo.
Sí, a la 11. ¿Estás de 7 a 11? Ajá. We go to the backstory of Seth. Seth,
Yes.
your story starts with you sleeping. As you see a vision, a dream. It's very strange. You see your father in the distance. You see what appears to be a massive swirling tornado. With what appears to be someone standing in its center. You see your father cautiously reaching out. Cautiously trying to speak. As you then find yourself being able to act. What do you do?
Where am I?
You seem to be almost as if outside of your body. You seem to be not there physically, but you are able to witness this moment.
I try running to the tornado. Try to grab my father's hand.
As you try running in, you see a piercing gaze move towards you. And you wake up. As you find yourself on a boat, fishing with your dad. He says, "Don't tell me you fell asleep. You fell asleep on me, kid."
Oh, Dad, it's kind of boring. Not gonna lie, waiting for the fish to bite.
Oh, come on. I've taught you better than that. You know what they
I
say?
know.
You know what they say? You give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach a man to fish, feed him for the rest of his life.
Feed him for the rest of his life. I know, Dad. I know. I know how to fish. It's just kind of boring, you know.
I got you. I got you. Fishing can be very, very interesting. You have any idea how many monsters there are in these oceans? Come on now. Hey, fishing is how I met your mom.
Yeah, and you are very cryptic about that. When are you gonna tell me what really happened between you guys?
Maybe one day.
What do you mean maybe one day? I'm already old enough to you should just tell me.
You see sun, and then at that moment, something rocks the boat. You start to see the winds begin to pick up. You start to see what appears to be the oceans being more violent than you've ever seen them before. As your father looks at you and says, "Son, you have to go. You have to go. It's not safe."
What are you talking to? I'm not gonna leave you. Come on, let's go.
Your dad grabs your hand. And he says, "Son, I need you to understand. It's not your fault." And he pushes you out the boat. As you get pushed from the boat, you start to see yourself falling through the ocean, falling down through the water. As all of a sudden you are miles into the air, falling towards the ground. What do you do?
I'm falling towards the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that I can will myself back into the water and try to find my dad?
Sure. You try to move your body around, contort yourself in a way to try and swan dive to the ground. As you swan dive to the water, the moment you breach the water, you see a vision of a face. A face you've never seen before. You get a flashback to your father teaching you about religion, teaching you about how to survive out in the wilds, teaching you what cryptic information he gave you about your mom. You see yourself crying at the edge of a beach, desperately looking around, desperately searching for what feels like forever. And then you wake up in a tavern. Years later. Another terrible dream of that night. And that is the backstory of Seth. Very short and sweet. And I believe that is all we have time for today.
Ñapa. Ñapa.
I feel like you have time for one more.
He's half a mermaid.
Depende si tú crees que se puedan colar dos. Pues, we can do it.
Yeah, it's just two more. Y si son rápidas.
Make
I mean,
it quick and dirty.
if people
do you
have to
mean?
leave, like, yeah, you have to leave. You should
I
leave.
think this.
No, I'm chilling. Following ChatGPT.
Okay. All right. If we have time.
Excelente. Excelente.
Okay.
Okay.
Recuerda que
Knowledge
todo
is the
ahí includes
tool.
the laundry too, which I'm gonna pick up antes de que empiece también.
Yo no me acuerdo cuál fue mi roll. Manuel, what do you roll?
Fue alto, pero no me acuerdo.
Roll off ahora mismo.
Quiero hacer eso es lo que iba a decir. Vamos a hacer un roll off.
Dale.
El más alto
D20.
va ahora.
Okay.
D20, D20.
Looks like a roll off.
Damn, that's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy. All right. Let me look for.
Estoy channeling my inner guild.
Está bien, ¿qué pase ahora?
It's true. Give me a second.
Aunque las personas no estén en Discord, tienes eso set. Porque los character coins no sé.
Sadly, if they do leave the Discord, they do disappear, but they come back if they come back to the Discord,
Ok.
so it's fine.
Una
Sí,
pregunta. ¿Todos los juegos
hay
de
gente
Discord se
que-
escuchan?
What was that?
¿Todos los juegos de Discord se escuchan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Excelente.
No, yeah, we can, everything can be heard. You're good.
Eso es importante.
Raymond,
Yes.
are we gonna, like, in the next session be like, this is my character, and this is what my character looks like?
Yes.
It's a first
Yeah,
session.
that's session 1. That's session 1. It's when you all go into that one magical tavern for some reason or another.
like
Raymond,
apparently.
do you want us to call you DM?
No,
Do
you
want us to
can call me Ray.
God,
You can call me Ray.
Ray?
Yeah, Ray's fine.
Y si
We'll
digo
call-
Raymond sin querer, are you
That's
gonna
fine.
edit that out?
That's fine. It's okay.
I'll call him Daddy.
Don't do that.
Daddy DM.
Daddy
I'm gonna
DM.
call you God.
Okay.
I call you
Mr. God.
all the
That's
time,
fine.
and I'm
God,
like,
I like God. God es
Okay.
tan como que, por favor, hay que ser omnipotente. ¿Me escuchaste?
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's say Mr. God. Mr. God?
Mr. God?
Primordial.
Yeah, Mr. God. Mr. God works. Okay.
Mr. God, what am I seeing right now?
Yo voy a
What
decir
do I
Mhm.
see?
Mr.
Don't
Daddy.
say that.
Raymond.
Don't say
Mr.
that.
Daddy.
Mr. Daddy DM God.
Daddy, don't get upset with me.
Oh brother. Oh brother.
Daddy chill, please. Daddy,
Okay.
Daddy, chill.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I have to find. Okay. All right. Hashate.
Hush. Hashat Ate.
Hashate. Está
Hash-
bien. Hashate.
Hash,
Está bien.
Hashate.
hash brown.
Hashate.
Qué sociedad.
Okay. All right. This one's a bit different.
Yo voy a lock in.
We start with you as a child.
Okay.
We are in a funeral for what appears to be your twin brother and sister. Next to you, you see your older brother. Behind you, your parents. What happened to them was a tragedy, your father says. But you must be strong.
It's on. Brother. It's unfair.
It's all right. They're with the Raven Queen now. Everything will be fine.
They're even they're children. Younger than me. Why does the Raven Queen take what she wants?
At that moment, you see your mother slap you. Watch your tone. Do not speak that way of the queen.
I apologize, mother. And
We
then
m-
I walk towards my brother
Okay.
because I know he'll passively shield me.
And Teo looks at you. Like, what are you doing? Like, be quiet.
Sorry.
Later on, you and Teo get to chat. Teo says, "You can't talk about the Raven Queen like that. We're Shatter Kai."
Don't you think it's unfair?
It is the way things are. I understand. You might not be old enough to get it. But the Raven Queen has a reason for everything.
There's a reason for taking away my brothers.
I don't know what that reason might be.
They didn't do anything wrong.
You're right.
I
But-
really hate her.
Don't say that. You might get exiled.
You're not gonna tell on me.
We move on. A few years later, you see Teo, older now, clasped in armor. Why? Why did you do that?
I had to.
You couldn't just let it go?
No. Everyone else let go. I'm not gonna let go.
You see your brother walk towards you and tap you in your chest. I know there is good in you. I know. You're more than this. Why? Why? You can do so much in this family.
If you knew, brother, you would understand.
I'm not letting you walk away. I am not giving up on you.
It's not my choice anymore.
Then it'll be mine.
Do as you wish.
I'll make things right.
For me?
For all of us. I promise.
They're not gonna be happy with you. You know, they're just upset with me.
I know. But I don't want to lose another one of my siblings. I won't. That I vow. Under the Raven Queen herself.
Alright.
Later on, we skip to a few years. We skip to you and your brother by the fire. A few years later. Doing these random jobs here and there. Is this really how you want to live your life?
It's better than doing nothing.
This isn't
Back home.
a life, Hash. It's just survival. There's more to life than just this. Look, I have a lead on a couple things that I have to look into. I've been called in by the Raven Queen. I might be gone for a little bit. I'll be back, though.
That's fine. Figure out what to do.
If you ever need anything.
I know.
I know you don't like it. But you can call the Raven Queen. She'll send for me.
Don't worry about it. She won't be getting any calls.
Alright. Razzie. Stay safe, Hash.
Alright. You know, I can get around with the sword. I'll be fine.
I know. I just wish it wasn't like this. And he starts to walk away. Alright. We cut to a little bit after that. You get a notice. Something happened to Teo.
Is it a letter?
Yes.
Alright, I'll read it.
Something went wrong in his last mission. Teo was poisoned. And is critically injured. He's being held at a clinic in a nearby town. But he's not in good condition.
Stupid oath. Should have just fucking stayed home. Crumble up the paper and I just throw it into the fire pit.
As you crumple up the paper, you throw it into the fire.
And then I just start, like, packing all my things, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Maybe try to go see him.
Okay. As that happens, as you pack up your stuff, you start to go out. All of a sudden, you see a man just across the fire from you. Well, looks to me like you having some family issues.
That's constant all my life. Now, if you excuse me, I really need to leave.
Now, not so fast. Maybe I can be of some assistance.
I doubt you can help me on this one. Thank you. I don't really want any of your oils.
Oh, don't worry about it. There's more than oil. Here's the thing. I seem to know quite a bit about you. Ash, Ate. I know about your exile to the Raven Queen, and I also know that the last family member you care about is currently in critical conditions. Ain't that right?
Did you poison him? Are you just trying to extortion me? That's fucked up.
No. I've done nothing of the sort, I promise you that.
What do you want?
I'm what I want. Ashate, I want to make sure that your family is safe for the remainder of your days. I offer you a trade. You serve me, I give you some interesting abilities, and I'll make sure your brother stays alive. In perfect condition, no less.
I don't believe you. I really need to go.
Oh. I see. Very well then. But if at any moment you find yourself in a pinch, the name is Beelzebub. Just call out my name.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want in return?
Just a small little contract. That's all. Just you doing small favors here and there for me. And then once your life is done, you serve me in the afterlife.
Does that mean the Raven Queen doesn't get my body and my memories?
Correct.
Sounds like a bargain.
He extends his hand to shake on it.
I look at it, kind of hesitate, but then I look at the fire pit. And then I just shake his hand.
As you shake his hand, he pierces your hand with his nail. And he grabs the blood on his nail and signs the contract with your name. There we are. Contract written in blood. Pleasure doing business with you, Hash. Enjoy the rest of your days. As he snaps his fingers, you feel a swell of energy flow within you. As you gain strength far beyond that which you'd had recently.
Not bad. Pick up my stuff and start walking towards my brother just to confirm.
Okay. As you go over to where Teo is being held, you see him stretching out his shoulder, talking to one of the nurses, being like, I don't know what you gave me, but I feel great.
God. I walk in. Teo, are you okay?
Yeah, honestly, never felt better. I haven't felt this good in years. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. I just got that. I got the letter. I just ran up here as soon as I could.
He puts his hand
Man,
on your shoulder and says, "Thanks for coming. It means a lot."
Teo, you're oaf. You need to stop putting yourself. You're gonna die.
If it is what the Raven Queen wishes. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
You know, I don't want you to die too. So whenever I hear something close to, you know what I did. I don't want to go through that again.
I wouldn't let you. And that is the end of your backstory. That's the end of Hashate's backstory.
¿Escuchaba? Bien lejos del micrófono.
No bien lejos, ¿verdad? Se escucha.
Yo no te escuchaba, yo te subí el volumen.
Ya lo escucho hoy.
Maybe
Yo
que me
también lo
bajé el
escuchaba.
volumen cuando estaba usando el teléfono.
Yo lo escuché bien. All right, last but not least, good old Vivi.
Baby.
Wait.
Check.
Se llama Root Veer, pero el nickname es Vivi.
No,
No.
no, that's not his name. His name is Vibi. Don't worry. His name is Vivi.
Baby.
I
Lo que
can
pasa es que
Root
el Rootveer es el del de Hilario.
Yeah. His name is Vivi. All right. In order for Vivi, your backstory would go to your oldest memory. You start to see the person you know as your creator. And he says, huh, yes, haha, I've done it. I did it. Can you hear me? Do you understand me? Yes? Oh, fantastic. I knew I could fix you. I did it. I did it. Do you know who I am? Do you recognize me?
I nod.
Oh. Oh, thank Christ. Thank the gods. Tell me. My Vibgyor. How do you feel?
Vivi sticks out his mechanic arm.
And gives a thumbs up. I see. Fantastic. Looks like the emotion matrix and everything seems to be in order. Very well. As you see sparks fly out from somewhere within your chest, he says, "Ah, damn it!" And he keeps working on you. We move on to later on. As your father says, "No, Vibgyor. Remember, you catch with both hands. You close your fingers. You catch. As he tosses a ball towards you. As you smush it in between both of your hands. He looks at you and says, "No, Vibgyor. Gentle. Do not know your own strength anymore. Gentle. Must be careful." As you take it within your hands. Over time, further down, he says, you see what appears to be glimpses of you're wandering at night, since you don't really sleep. You hear sobbing, crying. And then you see an error. Something within your memory is malfunctioning. You do not understand why. But you can no longer recall anything after that. You simply remember you being outside, seeing the world for what it is. A wondrous new world.
What is my perception of this new world?
You see the world in all the colors that you've ever known. You see sunset and sunrise, all your favorite times of the day. The vibrant oranges around the world. You see the different shades of gray in the grass, in the trees. Different shades of gray through the grass. the different shades of white and grays through the people and the buildings. But that beautiful sunset always brings about the vibrancy of a beautiful orange for a new day or the ending of a great day. And that is your backstory.
Beautiful.
En verdad, baby va a estar cool.
It's a
I
clanker.
think it's my favorite for now.
You will say what?
Dio Pinocho vibes.
Literal. Pinocho no sabía que era de madera.
Yeah. And that concludes the session 0 for this campaign.
Oh yeah!
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Cast.
Thank you all very much for playing my game, and I will see you all in session 1.